Fellow Kenyans, let me just say this, that if at all there is something that this government of William Samoei Ruto right now is praying for, is that tomorrow weather should change na kuanze kunyesha kuanzia asubuhi mpaka jioni. That is the only thing that right now these guys are praying for. Wanaomba tu kwamba kesho kuwe na mvua tu, yani kuanzia asubuhi mpaka jioni, because what is going to happen tomorrow? What is going to happen tomorrow? This third wave of demonstration is going to be a determinant. It's going to determine what has been going on in this country since William Samoei took power. And according to the letter which I'm just about to read for you, it's going to make you understand, or is going to bring some clarity that indeed tomorrow is not going to be an easy day, especially for this government. But before I read for you that letter, let me just remind you quickly that if at all we are meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can as well drop me a flag, you can as well drop me your comment at the comment section. Tell me where you're watching this video from and how these videos are reaching. If you're within the country, you can tell me which part of the country you're watching from. If you're outside the country, you can as well tell me which country you're coming from, or drop me the flag of the country where you are so that I can figure it out by myself. And thank you very much for also subscribing. People like Lilian, thank you very much. People like Billion, people like Jefferson Siringa, JBs, guys, you're doing a very wonderful job. JBs. J, I told you that this channel has got a lot of J's. Jane, Caro, Caroline, you're very, very powerful trinity. Guys, you're so many, I can't mention all of you. I'm seeing what you're doing. You're doing a very wonderful job. Guys, thank you very much. May God bless you. Asanteni sana. Please don't leave without subscribing. We are hitting 12,000 by tomorrow. I know that by tomorrow we'll be at 12,000, so that we start working on how we can approach again 15,000 or also or 20,000. Now, getting back into a discussion, let me just start by reading for you this statement. It has been written by 12 embassies, the embassies and high commissioners, to William Samoei Ruto about tomorrow's demonstration. And this is what the letter says. Joint statement by ambassadors and high commissioners in Kenya. June 25th marks a year since Kenyans voiced their concern through widespread protest at the 2024 finance bill. We remember those who lost their lives and reaffirm every Kenyan's right to peaceful assembly and to express themselves. As a citizen prepare to mark this anniversary, we call on all to facilitate peaceful demonstration and to refrain from violence. The use of plainclothes officers in unmarked vehicles erodes public trust and was ruled unlawful by the High Court. We urge full compliance with this ruling. We are troubled by the use of hired goons to infiltrate or disrupt peaceful gatherings. Protecting the right to protest is a vital to preserving civic space and a cornerstone of Kenya's vibrant democracy. We renew our calls for swift, transparent, and independent investigations into all of violence against peaceful protesters. Transparency and accountability are criticals not only for justice but for ruffling conflict in the institutions meant to serve and protect their citizens. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is a letter that have just been written to William Samoei Ruto. That is why I started by saying that if there is something that these guys are praying for right now, is that tomorrow let the weather change and let it rain from morning till evening, because they are prepared themselves according to the KTN exposure and all that, the papers, according to the intels that we have, the information that we are getting is that William Ruto together with his police are already on set. They've already started putting security along State House Road and all that. But that is not a problem. One thing I know is that however much they will try to find ways of protecting themselves, but now the letter is already out. And I don't know, because even the KDF are saying that we fight for the nation and protect the people. We serve the masses, we respect the number. The sovereignty of our nation must be respected. Are you seeing? I don't know what you understand by that statement from the KDF. We fight for our nation and protect the people. They don't protect the leaders, they protect the people. We serve the masses and we respect the numbers. Only up to that point can tell you the stand of the Kenya Defence Force on the all of this issue. That only that word can tell you where where exactly are the KDF standing, or where is the stand of the KDF on the all of this issue. These guys were thinking that they were smart, that they are going to talk about something, or maybe they will threaten Kenyans and Kenyans retreat. But Kenyans cannot retreat. At this point, one thing I came to learn is that at this point, if Kenyans try to retreat, then it will be up to them, because they'll not get another chance like this. Okay, maybe somebody might be asking that what is the need of this demonstration, or why is it that people are too much into this demonstration? This is not a demonstration. I want us to understand that this one is not a demonstration. This one is just like an anniversary. People are going to remember those who lost their lives, those who were killed, people like Rex. They are going to remember them. Those who were killed, those who lost their lives during the last year's demonstration. They're going to have a peaceful demonstration. That is according to my standard of understanding, or how I understand these things, and how they have been saying this, that they are peaceful. They have got they're not going to have violence with anybody, not unless now the police officers, according to the way Murkomen was saying, that the police officers are supposed to be ruthless. Now let me ask you a question. How are you going to be ruthless to these people? Yet you have been commanded by the ambassador and the high commissioners that are in Kenya that do not even make an attempt of shooting or maybe mistreating a citizen. Everybody has got a right to demonstrate. Everybody has a right to demonstrate. And I told you that what normally happens, or what normally interferes with the demonstrations in this our country, is that you find that the Kenyans are demonstrating. They are with a peaceful demonstration. They are singing, we are peaceful, they are having their masses, their number, singing, chanting their songs, or singing RUTO must go, and all that. Remember, when they're singing RUTO must go, they've not interfered with anybody's anything. So they're singing their song, RUTO must go, blah, 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 1, 2, 3. Now the problem comes whereby you find that in that process, a low IQ'd police officer would throw a tear gas or a canister. The moment a canister is thrown on these people, what they will do, you find that maybe one or two of them, one person, will have this canister and throw it back. I heard Luos were calling them returning officers. So they will have their own returning officer. So once the returning officer sends back the canister to the police officers, that is where now the problem comes, because now the Gen Zs will be, everybody will be running, like that smoke that comes from the canister. The way the way it normally affects the eyes, you can't see very well, so you run for your safety. So in the process of running, that is where now the wrangle begins. You find that now the police are running after these Gen Zs or after these protesters, and now the goons are also coming in. So that is where the problem normally comes. But suppose we only have these police officers, the police officers understands that now these people are peaceful, and we give them chance to demonstrate peacefully the way they want. I don't think if we will be having these problems that we are having. I don't think if there will be any problem that we are having or we are going to have. Remember, these people are peaceful, and they're also saying that we are peaceful. So in the process of being peaceful, why can't you also cooperate with them? Because remember, they requested that we request for your total cooperation. So how are you going to cooperate with them how are you going to cooperate with them, yet you want to throw them tear gas? You're throwing them things, and then you want to cooperate with them. How is it going to work? You'll find that it will not be very easy. It is going to be very challenging and very difficult for such kind of things to happen. And that is where now the problem comes, that we're not having a peaceful demonstration. Things are happening, things that ought not to happen. People are starting to be killed. And remember, according to the letter, it is written very clearly that nobody should be killed. You know, one thing I can say is that this letter is 100% order that has come from the agreement between the European nations, plus the UK, USA, Canada, and the UK. You know, once these nations come together into one agreement, it means that right now, of course, Kenya has been on the spotlight for a very long time. And I've never seen these people coming together like this, speaking one language. So one thing which I know for sure is that a door is being opened for the ICC door is open. If not the door, then the gate of ICC is open, and somebody is starting to smell that somebody's starting to smell the environment of ICC. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen, but eventually it must and it will happen. We don't know when it will happen, but we have to be rest assured that one day, one time, all these people will have to be brought to book on board to answer questions about the killings, about the orders they've been giving, and all that. So after all, guys, that is just my thought, and that is all I have for this time. I would also like to give you a chance at the comment section to also tell me your mind and what you think. Until we meet again, I have been your host, Boniface Awina. Bye bye.